Hey everybody, did you know you can go to colinmullen.com in order to get art and art prints? It's why I set up the website, and hey, maybe you forgot to get something for someone for Christmas or Hanukkah or Kwanzaa or winter solstice or whatever you celebrate. You can go and make it up to them by getting them some art. colinmullen.com. So hey everybody, before we get into today's subject, I just want to talk about this painting. I'm releasing this out of order because I've done a bunch of paintings recently because my computer was in the shop, and so just like I didn't have any distractions, and I guess that's how they did a whole bunch of paintings back in the day. But anyway, after doing a few in this style, I'm like, dude, that would look great on a skateboard. So I went and got my skateboard from when I was a kid. It's just like a Walmart board, spray painted it white, and then started painting it, and that's what this is. It rides fine. It's a Walmart board, so it kind of sucks, but it's fun, man. It's a good excuse to go outside, and it's something that I can do away from people, and people don't want to be near me, which is kind of ideal considering everything going on in the world right now. But anyway, let's talk about a different thing that's going on in the world, and that's NFTs. Again, sorry, these videos are popular, and NFT stuff is, I feel like, important to the art world, and therefore to this channel. So GSC Game World is announcing and making the next Stalker game. I don't remember if they made the first one or not, but anyway, Stalker is set in Chernobyl. There's an exclusion zone where you're not allowed to go in, but that means a whole bunch of people snuck in with guns, and they're trying to get to this wish maker who will grant any wish that you want, but obviously it's dangerous because there's radiated creatures and there's people with guns. It's scary, you know. It's a good game. You run around, you kind of scavenge for supplies and bullets. Do you want to engage there? It'll cost you a couple bullets. Anyway, the new one, they decided they were going to announce that there were going to be NFTs in it, which had a tremendous amount of community backlash to the point that they backed off of it. On December 7th, Ubisoft announced that they were going to start doing NFTs in their games through a system called Ubisoft Quartz. It's in beta right now. And right now, I think they've just announced it for Rainbow Six, and basically it's going to be a special selection of helmets and other, kind of gear that'll have individualized serial numbers on them, and you can check the history of everyone who's owned it. It's using a proof of stake system rather than a proof of work system, which is what Bitcoins and Ethereum and stuff like that are largely criticized over. The idea that there's all of these different machines running, trying to Bitcoin mine and that kind of thing. Proof of stake is you get, more of them the more that you own. But that doesn't really work for this, as far as I can tell. As far as I can read, I don't understand how, NFTs actually have anything to do with this. There's an NFT attached to it, but to me, it seems kind of pointless that they've made this system. Okay, so it's not going to be as bad for the environment. It's as bad for the environment as any computer program if it's proof of stake, as far as I understand how that works. But it also doesn't make any sense. Steam already has... You can get a gun from some guy through the Steam marketplace, and it'll have a tag on it and have a serial number on it, and it's not an NFT, it's just a thing that exists, and you can get it through there, and that's it, So the question becomes, why is this even using blockchain technology? You're not doing anything that hasn't already been done without blockchain technology. You're just doing something to use blockchain technology, as far as I can tell. And I think they realize that there's money to be made there. And that's why companies are starting to announce NFT stuff. They've been working on it for the last little bit undercover. It takes a while to release games. And so they're like, look, NFTs are hot right now. We're going to make a bunch of money. We can, be involved in the trade, because that's a thing that people don't talk about, is a lot of NFTs have contracts attached to them. And part of the contract of buying or selling it involves a small percentage going to whoever owned it or minted it in the first place. So I assume that the idea is that when transactions are made, that through this they'll get a cut, and they're seeing money signs based on that cut that they're going to be getting, because people trading these serial codes of helmets that look all identical except for they've got a different serial code, which is really hard to see from a distance. So what's the point? Anyway, like I was saying, I think that this is just something that we're going to start seeing more and more of. There have been indie games, like I said, that already used, blockchain technology and NFTs, but We haven't really seen too many AAA companies do it, despite the fact that they like to do battle passes and deluxe editions, and I worked at GameStop for a bit, so there was like all sorts of little things that I could sell people when they were buying the game. Just random stuff, DLC, all of that. And it's a new thing that they can make money with without really putting any different work than they're already doing. And it's exciting, it's trendy, people like to talk about NFTs. I'm talking about NFTs because people like to hear about NFTs, you know? So the question becomes, what is going to be done about this? Because when it came to DLC, we were like, okay, well, it's just cosmetic, so it's fine. When it came to battle passes, we were like, it's fine because it just allows me to get the DLC cheaper. You know, we kind of just got used to it. We slowly acclimated ourselves to the idea that these things are okay. And now they're just here. And it's sort of expected that a game will have a deluxe edition if it's a AAA, and it'll have DLC, and we still will play those games, we'll still buy those games. And so I think if we're gonna not have NFTs, if that's a thing that people want to have happen, regardless of the system that it uses, proof of work or proof of stake, we're gonna have to decide to just not play them as much as possible. There's plenty of good indie games that are out there that do not use this stupid system, that have a much better monetization system. I've been playing a lot of Teardown recently on stream. That's an indie game that's really good. I've been playing a lot of Inscription on my own time. These are games that don't use those stupid systems, but you could play them and that are good and are fun. So there are other games to play. I think that we're still going to see people buy these games, and I think NFTs are probably going to stay in the gaming space for as long as people, as a general rule, think that it's a good idea. And that's unfortunate, but here they come, I guess. I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you think is the actual correct method? Because as a whole, I've known gamers to not be very good at boycotting things. They always tend to cave eventually. So, what do you think is a good solution? Let me know in the comments. Anyway, I need to thank the people on Patreon, starting with my mom, actually. Thank you, Mom. Thank you, Wapfu. Thank you, Top Houndor. Thank you, That Too Guy. Thank you, Terry Maverick. Thank you, Snoutpunk. Thank you, Orthogonal Caster. Thank you, Mortis Naudus. Thank you, Micah. Thank you, Maliciousness. Thank you, Kayla Hollinger. Thank you, Josh. Thank you, Gala. Thank you, Ego. Thank you, Dragon. Thank you, Demetrius Gazgales. Thank you, Chiptune Glitch. Thank you, Bubba Fair. Thank you, Bep. Thank you, Andy. Thank you, Amber. And thank you, Ants. My wife is sleeping in the next room, I think, so I don't really want to be loud this time. Sorry. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. Do you think that if it's not a proof of work system and uses proof of stake, is it okay? Is it ever okay to have NFTs in games, even if it doesn't damage the environment more than any electrical appliance? Is it the fact that NFTs just shouldn't be popular? Where do you draw the line, and what do you think we should do about it, if anything? Let me know in the comments. All right, thank you so much.